Well,
Oh,
welcome
I
back to
forgot
the
about.
Castlevania Ravenloft RPG. Last we left our adventures, they were in a swarm of bats, multiple swarms, and there's a giant spider uh, right next to Alexandra as well. So, Mark can't join us tonight, so we will be without Mr. Jeeves. I will, I guess, control him, and just like we did not too long ago, when he scaled up a wall and almost got ate by zombies. But yeah, it's battle time. And we have initiatives that were rolled last week, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And I see that Mr. Jeeves is first. I'm just gonna... I'm just going to tactically move away. All he's going to do is move to get out of this swarm. And he's going to go this direction. Alright, so next is Alexandra. Haha, the bats, thank you.
Well, honestly, I'm more concerned with making sure that spider is taken out, so... Yeah, I guess I will spend my attack on the spider and try to get rid of that, because I don't want to deal with that poison.
Alright, yep, giant wolf spider right next to you. It's a hit.
Wow, I'm surprised. That was a really bad roll.
It's a big spider.
Alright, and that'll do it for the spider. The spider screes and then rolls over and curls all its legs up. Good job.
Alright, and that was only one attack, so I still get to make an attack for the bats that are closest to me. Try to take some of them out. Thin the swarm, as it were.
Can you hold the button down and spin the whip in a circle?
I'd love to,
Directional
but I don't
whipping.
think that's a... Yeah.
Do
Well,
that.
actually, there is a multi-attack, but I have to get my next level up for my archetype for that.
Do the Dangle of Doom where you just kind of shake it out in front of you a little bit.
Yeah.
It's pretty effective.
Alright, that was my attack. That's it for my turn.
Heavy damage as many of the bats are slashed away. Little rodent bodies now litter the very foggy floor here. And all of the bats have honed in on their targets, and they'll begin attacking now. Alright, so the first ones are right in front of Jack Motley. Let's see, what can they do here? They can actually occupy your space. Ah, okay. So their damage decreases if there's only half of them left. So the ones that are attacking you at the moment have all of theirs. So they swarm in and begin biting at Jack, but miss. Another swarm. It breaks off and attacks Alexandra. But misses. Alright. Behind Jack's were-raven form, more bats swoop in to bite him, but also miss. Boy, so many bats. A detachment of bats are actually going to... they're going to follow Mr. Jeeves.
Poor Jeeves.
Finally, they hit.
Oh god.
Alright. You hear Mr. Jeeves complain about all these damn bats. Let's see. Swarm number 5. Where are you? Ah. To the north of Jack. Alright. They begin fighting and fighting. Finally hits. Jack takes 6 points of damage as bats all sink their teeth into him. Another swarm of bats comes in at Jack. And it's a hit. It's almost a critical. Another 6 points of damage.
Uh-oh.
Rolled the same dice. Alright, now the ones that Alexandra had begun slashing into.
I pissed him off, didn't I?
Well, you did, but they have less less damage, I think, this time, because there's only a few of these bats left, about half of them. They do hit you, but only for 2 points of damage.
Tis but a scratch.
Black Knight.
Alright.
It's a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. Alright, Elias. Showtime.
Alright, Elias will approach the wounded bat swarm and vigorously poke at them with the Spear Longinus.
Vigorously poke at them.
I mean, there's a lot, so you gotta put some vigor in it.
Yeah, as you approach your friends, you see that Jack is just covered in a swarm of bats. You can't even really see him.
Well, Jack is hard to see anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Alright, 9 points of damage. They are still alive. But barely. There's only a couple of bets left in that swarm.
Damn bits.
That's... One bite, 2 bite. Alright, Jack. Finally your turn.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let me just check one thing.
I bet I can guess.
What do you think I'm going to do?
I'm gonna let you do it first and let you know if I got it right.
Okay, I'm going to use Minor Illusion
Definitely.
centered on myself
Okay.
and make the loudest sound possible. The most high-pitched, shrill, annoying, deafening type sound I can with it.
Alright, how long does this sound last?
For a minute, as per spell rules.
And how loud? It's as loud as you can make it?
It doesn't have a limit on how loud it is.
Okay. So, describe to us what the sound sounds like as it begins to erupt.
I'll be watching.
Personally, I'd use something loud and shrill like a repeating test pattern. But Jack is a 14th century jester and wouldn't know to do that, so bells. The sound of bells.
Alright. Like a handbell that's being just completely rung at as hard as it can over and over.
Jack is thinking like two handbells rung in wherein one is rung at a constant pace and the other is rung at a slower than faster varying pace.
All right.
Just
Very
this dissonant. Yeah.
So as far as volume goes, what is it comparable to?
Church bells.
So you think, okay, all right. Church bells can be heard from quite a distance. So this entire roof begins to just swell as you see an ocean of bats just erupt. You're completely blind. Bats are absolutely everywhere. They cover everyone. And from what you can see, it is very disrupting to the bats' navigation. So you see the little space in front of you next to walls and stuff, bats are flying into them and falling down. But when it's all said and done, there's this constant chaos as you find yourself in an ocean of bats. I can't even properly display it on the map at this point. So you can forget about the combat tracker. There's bats everywhere.
Do they seem like they are attacking us?
No. At the moment here, they haven't had really an opportunity to, but they're moving everywhere.
In which case I shout, "Let's get into one of the tombs!"
Excellent idea.
What?
Or we could have just not disturbed the entire ceiling in the first place.
All right, so Jack, I don't know how long that is to cast.
An action.
All right, then you still have some movement speed, and the closest crypt to you was one that you opened that had the chef's hat in it and the Electrum Spork.
Okay.
And the fire trap.
I have nothing.
Yeah, and Alexandra, on your move, you can get inside where the spiders came from.
Yeah.
Jack, are you moving to the crypt of the chef?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to avoid whatever set off the fire trap in the first place on the off chance it reset.
Oh yeah, the fire trap. Let's see if that resets.
Well, look on the bright side. If it does,
Actually-
have barbecue bat for dinner.
Actually, how much damage did I take this round?
12 total.
Okay. Is that the 12 I'm currently seeing? Because didn't I get hurt by the fire trap last time?
Oh, that might be part of that. Oh, so this round, 2 6s, right? Yeah. 2 6s.
Okay. So I still have 12 left, I think.
You have 33 total, so you have more than that. 21 points?
Right now, my max is 33, so...
Mhm.
Yeah. Just making sure I didn't fall unconscious from the bats and am doing stuff I'm not supposed to.
Nah, you're fine.
Shouldn't he have healed the bat damage?
Well, see, that's the thing. He just got hit, so I think that until their next turn, I think that he'll heal on his next round.
Yeah, I thought...
Otherwise, it's like
Oh.
You get hit, you're instantly healed. It needs to last a round.
Yes, that was the compromise we came up with.
Yes.
Although I think the next round, it heals on my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that would allow them to hit him twice.
Yeah, I don't think we've done that before. Where
Yeah,
they do-
I think actually it would heal right now when your turn started. So there, you're healed. Alright, so the fire trap doesn't reset. You're lucky in that regard. And there's no door to pull close. You would actually have to try to reset the stone in place. So that's not really feasible at this moment. But that's it for your turn. There's not bats flying into there exactly. I mean, they're flopping around everywhere, but getting in the crypts seems to get you away from most of them. So Mr. Jeeves is next, and all you can do is hope that Mr. Jeeves has got to a crypt or found some kind of shelter.
Well, Jack said that the sound lasts a minute. Is that still going on, I assume?
Yeah, that 6 seconds is a round, so we'll have we'll have 10 rounds of this.
Right, gotcha.
Unless he wills it to stop. All right, Alexandra.
Right. Well, the first thing she's going to do is pick up the little clockwork man and carry him into the tomb for safety to protect him.
Oh, you can tell that he appreciates that and scuttles right in next to you.
And secondly, she's going to attack the swarm that's still closest to her blindly, even though it's a sea of bats at this point, and try to take out as much as she can.
Okay. It's not going to matter, but you're attacking, yeah. It's like there's so many that I have nothing to record it on. It's just going to get replaced by more bats.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all the good it does, Alexandra just starts slashing bats out of the air so that they really can't get inside the tomb that she's in right now.
She's on a mission. Protect the clockwork.
Yeah. All right. Bats now begin to take their turns. And Elias, you are the only one left out in the open.
Yep.
I don't think that even though that they can move through your space, that they'll all have an opportunity to hit or anything. So I'm just going to say 6 attacks.
Be careful, Elias.
Elias doesn't hear.
Yeah, so many squeaks.
She can try.
All right, let's see.
And the bells.
Two hits. Uh, 5 and 7 for damage on those 2 hits. So 12 hit points total. Before you're able to do something, which is now.
Okay, so as the bats are doing their thing and the bells ringing, Elias caught very little of what the party said before they dispersed, but he did see just the shadow of Alexandra move into the tomb next to him.
Right. You had
so
your bearings before all this started.
Right, so he's taken that to mean that his party members are trying to take shelter, and he thinks that's the wisest thing to do. So he's going to head in the general direction of where Alexandra went and try to get into that tomb himself.
All right, she's still slashing at bats, so blindedly slashing.
Well, he doesn't know that, so he's going to try anyway.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe you should say something as you go.
Alex, where are you? I'm coming.
Okay, Alexandra, would you keep slashing at the bats, or would you pause to help him come in the crypt?
Well, I don't know. Can she hear him?
You can hear him, but you can't see him.
Well, if he said he was making a run for it, she'd probably stop just long enough to give him a moment to run in.
All right. So you don't end up getting your savior's whip like slashed into your flesh. That you instead find Alexandra flaying through bats, and then once you call out to her, she grabs you and pulls you inside the crypt before she resumes her attacks. All right. Jack, it's your turn.
Attack any bats that look like they want to hurt me. Otherwise,
Some are kind of finding their way into the crypts, but you're finding that it looks more like they're just, if they come across something to attack, you can tell that they would, but they're just trying to get away from this noise.
hold action then.
Okay. All right. And for Mr. Jeeves,
He's
Poor
in
Jeeves.
territory,
Yeah, poor Jeeves.
and he's hurt worse than the rest of us.
Oh god. That's a lot of dice.
Probably 6 attacks like Elias.
Yeah, I saw the attack rolls, but I also saw some damage rolls, I think, too. Oh no, he disappeared.
yeah, you don't know where he's going. And certain effect, like he doesn't either. So next up will be Alexandra. Alex, you can see that the bats are starting to thin out. It looks like they're mostly moving past the crypt in front of you.
Alright, well, might as well try to take out the ones that I had already started to damage. The ones in front of me are dead, right? The ones right there.
Everything is alive right now. If you're stepping out there,
okay.
it's into basically a gust of bats.
I think you can basically
I'll stay
ignore
right
all
here
of
then.
them.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
you can,
just
like,
keep
ignore
rolling.
that.
I'll just stand in the door and keep slashing them, yes.
Okay. Oh, critical hit. Yeah, you're slaying bats.
Alright
But
then.
for every bat that dies, you know, there's like 10 to replace it.
Still, it's progress. That'll do it for my turn.
Okay.
So this is the famous Belmont bat slaying technique.
It's famous.
Very, very impressive.
It's better than doing nothing, I suppose. Though I do appreciate the praise nonetheless, my friend. Thank you.
I need to look up Jeeves' stats for a second.
Poor Jeeves.
I could never quite picture before how a whip could be so effective of a weapon. It is quite interesting to see.
It is the favored weapon of my family. Well, what was my family, to my knowledge, up to this point.
Indeed, my brothers are enamored with the legends of Leon.
I wish I could say the same.
All right. Elias, it's your turn.
You made the bats tiny. Itty bitty little bats.
Oh,
Let's-
I didn't mean to do that.
Well, I can't do a whole lot here.
What is the music doing?
I can hear it barely, I think.
Why does it keep copying that stuff? That's weird. Sometimes when I go to paste in stuff, it's like I think that Fantasy Ground uses the clipboard to copy and paste stuff.
So all Elias is doing is he's actively watching the bats that try to get close to Alex and the robotic gesture child thing, and kind of poking at the ones that try to get inside the tomb, but not really actively attacking since he's behind Alex, because they can't occupy that same little space there.
Yeah, you try to think about how useful you could be, but with the massive amount of bats that Alexandra seems to be just mowing through, you think it's best just to stay out of her way.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. So I'll pass down to Jack.
Okay. All right, Jack, you're up.
At this point, I guess hold action. I got nothing right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold action.
Okay. You see that a lot of the bats are really thinning out even more now. So, especially from ground zero at the source of the noise, you think that most of the bats are going wherever they're going.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Jeeves again. All right. Alexandra?
Let's mow through more of them.
Okay. You're seeing they're really thinning out, though. That's a hit. That's a hit, but there's hardly what can even be called a swarm in front of you at this point. Especially because you just continue to slay these things.
They're in my way.
Yeah, there's just this giant pile of bats in front of the crypt now.
Well, if they're thinning out, I suppose we can step out finally. Elias, you feeling brave enough to step out now?
Certainly.
Yeah, there's still tons of bats, but they don't look like they're in a cohesive, swarm to do anything but try to escape the noise at this point. If they get in your way, you might find a bat that is annoyed with your presence enough to claw and bite at you, but it's nothing that you can't deflect off or dodge.
All right. Alex will reach for the little clockwork man's hand again.
And
it's all right.
Yeah, he's definitely happy to be with you. If such a thing can feel happiness. The noise is still going strong.
Alex is going to move away from the noise and away from as many of the pissed off bats as she can. I think we were in front of this crypt about to explore it before the shit hit the fan, literally.
Okay, so you go to that tomb, and when you do, you see that at your feet in this general direction, you are crunching on several dead bats as you go.
Poor things.
Poor things. You are like the bat-pocalypse.
At least the ones I killed didn't suffer for long.
Let the noise start trailing off at this point.
Alright. So, what is everyone doing? I know what Alexandra's doing.
Elias is calling out for Jeeves. Jeeves, where are you at? We don't see you.
over the sound of the continuing noise, you calling for Jeeves, but you're not getting a response.
Elias will walk this direction because he doesn't think they've been there yet, and he remembers Jeeves in that general direction.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that he just disappeared off the map. That was not comforting.
Well, he went down this way, but it is unexplored.
But did he survive?
I'm gonna find out.
You guys have seen that Mr. Jeeves has been pretty quick in the past. Give me a second to read a little bit here. I didn't expect any of this to happen.
I love that line. Sorry, watching Pirates of the Caribbean in the background while you're looking up your stuff.
What's the
This
line?
this is a jar of dirt. Yes. Is the jar of dirt going to help? If you don't want it, give it back. No.
A lot of crypts. A lot of reading. All right. This ought to be fun.
I love when you say that.
It's concerning when he says it.
That's what I mean.
I have a good feeling that this is going to be terrible.
Well, to be fair, we haven't been in like serious danger in a while. So
Shut the hell up.
Kind of like wake up your entire ceiling plan, huh?
All right, Elias, what you find is startling to say the least.
Oh god.
another dead Elias. Woo!
Or ripped apart Jeeves. Oh god.
What?
It's not Strahd, but it's what Strahd is sitting on.
Oh lord. Ooh, horsey.
Nightmare.
you find the very same horse that you saw Strahd once ride upon through the sky. It is staring at you and is stomping its hoof.
Where is it at in relation to me on the map?
Oh, I didn't show you. There it is.
Whoa, that thing is big.
Yeah.
Yep. I want that horse. Don't you dare kill it. I want
It
it. I
saw
want to
you
tame
about
it.
the same time that you saw it. So, go ahead and roll initiative. Go. Just you, Elias.
Okay.
Excellent.
Hey!
You beat it by 1 point. So
Ooh.
you've got the initiative here.
That is the best initiative I've ever had in my life. Elias's only thought at seeing this thing is I can't do anything to this thing.
It's beautiful, and I want to pet it.
Well, besides that, I'm pretty sure I can't really kill it or hurt it. So, Elias will turn to go back to where he believes his friends are at, kind of where Jack and Alex are standing. So he's going to try to make a run for it and alert them or let them know that he has found this thing.
All right. What do you want to yell as you're coming back to your friends?
I'm going to yell, Strahd's horse is here, and I don't see Jeeves anywhere.
Okay. Which direction do you want to start running? Because you can do that now.
Up here, and then over here.
Okay. Because you're just running, you can use double your usual speed for running.
Okay. So he would be able to get like between these two.
All right. Let me see the movement speed for this demon horse. Yeah. He's right on your tail the whole time, and when you stop, he catches up to you. But actually, he has to go through Jack first. So
Is the demon horse sentient?
Jack just suddenly, you hear Elias screaming, running past you, and then this giant flaming horse barrels into view around the crypt, and it's hovering off the ground. It's going to not be friendly to you. Let me see what it's going to do.
It's going to not be friendly.
Yeah, just as soon as you come into view, it starts kicking at you with its hooves.
As soon as it does, squawk loudly.
All right, it hits you.
And in Alexandra's head, come get your fucking horse!
Oh shit! It hits you hard, and it catches you on fire too.
Congrats.
You are hit for 22 hit points. You're not going to be able to take another one of those, I don't think. Yeah.
And that's fire, so it doesn't heal.
Well, the hooves did the 22 though.
Well, they did part of it. 7 of it was fire damage.
Okay, so 7 of it.
Yeah.
7 of it doesn't heal.
Right.
On your turn. And at this point, everyone can now roll initiative except Elias. You're already in initiative order.
Oh god. Whee! I don't want to hurt the horsey. I want to tame it.
We're gonna have to hurt the damn horse.
Literally, damn horse.
But if we damn it.
Ever seen Captain Hammer? Bad horse, bad horse. This is it.
Yes.
But what if we piss Strahd off and wake him up by killing his pony?
I'm relatively certain he sent the damn horse already.
Are you sure it wasn't you just waking the damn thing up from a nap with your stupid bells?
I don't tell you how to hit things with a whip. You don't tell me how to cast spells.
Well, if you want to make friends with it, you're welcome to try. But I think it's gonna try to kill us.
Is it sentient?
Alex, you notice something behind you.
Ooh.
Oh lord.
Something behind you that looks like... Let's see, do I have a picture of this? I do.
Something
That looks
behind me
like
that
this.
doesn't look friendly. Oh yes, that doesn't look friendly at all.
Banshee.
Yeah, let me read. Yeah, from the darkness comes a horrifying visage, a spectral elf maiden twisted by the horror of her undead existence. She wails, and the very sound claws at your soul.
More noise.
You've got the initiative, though.
Oh lord.
Are there any bats left around that look like they want to deal with us?
There are still plenty of bats around, but they don't look like they're wanting to attack. They're all flying. You can see exactly where they're flying. They're almost right above Alexandra. That's the cylindrical area that you descended down. And they're all flying up there.
You still haven't answered my question.
What was your question?
Or sentient.
Oh, well, I'm just not going to tell you. You gotta... That's... metagaming, you know?
Damn it.
I mean, you can talk to it if you'd like. I'm not going to... just tell you out of character.
Alright, well, she notices the Banshee. First thing she's gonna do is kneel down to the little clockwork man and tell him, please go find cover. I don't know how this will turn out, and I don't want you to get hurt.
Okay, you can see him bolt for the stairs.
Got too many windows open, everything's overlapping. She's going to call to the Banshee.
The Banshee just wails at you.
Okay, then. She'll try to talk to the horsey instead.
Can't really see him at this point.
While
Okay.
she's moving.
Alright, so you move and see Jack getting pummeled by this horse. Parts of Jack's on fire. And... what do you want to say?
We're sorry we disturbed your slumber, but please, we mean you no harm here, and we wish to do you no harm.
You see the horse snort out fire, a large billow of fire. It does not look happy by your presence here. But it doesn't speak.
But it didn't charge at me to attack either.
Only because Jack's in the way.
It's not his turn either.
Your master invited us here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's wanting to stop protecting his master's lair down here. So you have just a couple of seconds left. What would you like to do?
I guess she'll take her chances with the Banshee, because I really don't want to hurt the horse.
Alright. You've already moved a good 15 feet, so that's 15 feet back. That's 30 foot total.
Yep.
And you can use part of the rest of your round to... Oh, no, I guess that's it, huh? Unless you're using your full round to get to it. Yeah, that you can move 60 if that's all you're doing is moving.
No, I don't want to use up a chance for an attack, so... I will park myself right where I am.
Alright.
And, would the Banshee's consider it undead, right?
It looks like it, yes.
Sunlight Whip.
Alright. The whip shows bright sunlight. Let me see if that affects it.
Does that actually make sunlight?
Yes.
Yes.
It does.
Huh.
Huh. You don't see any immediate damage, but you're not sure if it has an effect or not.
I suppose we awoke you from your slumber as well. If we did, I apologize.
Yeah, it's just screaming at you. Alright, so Elias, you'll go next.
Yes. So he is seeing
Oh,
Jack.
wait, I'm sorry. You and the horse have already gone. Jack hasn't got to go yet, so...
I'm engaged with this creature and on fire, right?
You think that you've patted out most of the flames by now. But yeah, there's some scorch marks on you that looks like it'll be a little harder to heal than usual.
And I don't see the banshee, so I just see the horse.
Right, and I've taken
Whose
your
name
hit
is
points.
Actually, Bucephalus.
It is.
Lovely.
So you only have 7 hit points of damage at this point. You healed most of the blunt impact from the hooves. But you have a horse rearing in front of you. You have no doubt in your mind it wants you dead or gone.
This is not how I want to spend my time. Hang on just a second. Misty step. Okay, I just got the one in front of me.
Yep,
But I am engaged.
you are.
All right. Cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action, so take a whack at the horse.
Okay, doke. Are you running Fantasy Grounds, or do you need me to do that?
I'm on Fantasy Grounds. But it's just a, yeah. Oh, right, I already have it here. And I just remembered that I already have a cool weapon. Oh, well.
Talking about
Eternally
the base, aren't you? Critical hit.
Ooh.
Wow. 17 points of damage. What did you do with this Shadow Blade?
All right, so what happened this time is he does his Full Metal Alchemist summoning, slaps his hands together, and as he pulls them out, the Shadow Blade pops out, and he uses the motion of pulling it out to actually hit the horse up in the neck as it's rearing.
All right.
Or it's rearing, so probably just chest area.
When you break the skin, you actually see cinders fall to the ground. Excellent hit. Now the Banshee is going to take a turn. Let me read about Banshee things here. All right, Alexandra, make a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Ooh, a 9. You are frightened.
Great.
Let's see. Frightened, frightened, frightened. At the end of each of your turn, you can go ahead and roll a new save with disadvantage if it's still in sight.
What does that effect do again?
Frightened. You get disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within your line of sight. And you cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear.
Oh, crap.
Alright. And it glides over to you. And it touches you.
Ooh.
Oh my.
But you managed to dodge its touch.
Is it just me, or does the frightened icon look like a frowny face?
It does.
Where do you see this?
There's an icon on
It's
her.
on my token.
Yeah, look like a little frowny face.
I've got the 3+ sign for the sad face.
Yeah, I see it when I zoom in. It's hilarious. Aside from the fact that it's also terrifying. Elias, you can see a little bit farther down that corridor too.
Okay, but still no Jeeves, looks like.
No. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that there are some bats under your feet as you walk that direction. So, it's a new round, I believe. And Alex, you will go first.
Alright, she's going to attack it, I guess.
Okay. It's still a hit. Alright, great damage. And
It is undead, so... Almost maximum, wow. Alright, and second attack.
Oh, let me add that damage manually here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to roll it on her.
Alright. It weathered the blow, but you can tell it definitely affected it.
It doesn't have to end like this. Return to your crypt and go back to sleep.
Whee!
Yes. It reads like a 4chan regular. That's another hit.
Yeah, but that was a 22 that I dropped. Damn it.
It's still a hit. You hit with a 4. Alright. More heavy damage. And an additional 1. I'll put that on there.
And another wisdom save, you said?
Yes, with a disadvantage.
Damn.
Alright, still frightened. Okay, Elias.
Huh. Okay. Looks like Alexander is handling the Banshee pretty well, but Elias does not even know that's going on. He thinks he can hear the shrill shriek over everything else going on, but he's second guessing it because he's focused on the horse.
You definitely hear it, but okay.
Okay, all right. Well, I didn't know, but
Yeah, it's a
So-
wailing banshee. It's hard to miss.
all right. So he hears the wailing Banshee as well as still the bells and still the bats and everything else going on. It's quite a cacophony of madness. And, he's not sure what he should do at first, but so he makes kind of a questionable judgment call and runs up to Jack's side because thinks that he's in danger, and he tries to let's see. He's going to hack at it with a longsword.
God.
It's a hit.
Okay.
All right.
11,
Slash
good.
into the
Max damage.
horse's flesh.
And as he does so, as he's running up and attacking, he's like, Jack, what should we do? Can we take this thing? Elias is all over himself. He's quite worried about the situation. And he should have probably cast a spell or something, but he wasn't thinking clearly given the situation.
Yeah, a giant flaming horse doesn't sound like Elias's. Well, it sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it is a nightmare. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. All right. Well, to give you a clue on what to do, I don't know what Jack says, but the horse is going to retaliate. Huh. Both of you hit it. I think I'll just say that it's Elias. Elias, in response to your slash with a longsword, flaming hooves come at you, but miss. Seriously? Does everything miss you?
Hey, that's why I'm here.
Damn. Huh. Okay. Yeah. No multi-attack either. Okay.
We got you.
Well, Jack, what are you gonna do? Did you have your shield, Elias?
Huh?
I'm just imagining this thing hitting your shield with its hooves.
Yeah, that's absolutely what he's doing, is, blocking the hoof of the shield. And as he's doing so, he's glad he was able to take some of the heat from Jack. Instead of Jack.
I can only take 5-foot steps, right?
Oh, 5-foot steps are a thing of the past. In 5th edition, you can disengage and move as much as you need.
Okay.
But the disengage is an action.
Can I use a move action to get around and flank it, I guess is what I'm asking.
No, because you're going to have to travel quite a ways away to get to the other side. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Well, can he fly
Yeah,
over it?
too much. The ceiling here might be tall enough for that. I'm not sure. Let me read. It's 20 foot high, yeah.
How tall is Nightmare? Like 10 or 15, though?
I think they're measured in hands, but I would say, yeah, they're a good like 10 feet tall.
Okay,
Well, I mean, not that tall. Damn, that's monstrously large for a horse. It's the size
Yeah,
of a normal horse.
If it's the size of a normal horse, then it's probably about
7 ish. I don't know. This is what we do when we play D&D, is wonder about horse sizes.
15 hands is approximately 60 inches, so 5 feet.
Oh, that doesn't sound very tall. I think that.
And that's the average horse size.
At the shoulders, though, not the head.
Yeah.
Well, no, but
Okay, yeah, at the head.
The head,
more
more
like
like
7 feet.
7 feet.
it had more like 7 feet. Still, less than 10, unless it's red hair.
For the purposes of this thought experiment of flying over the horse, I think that you could disengage and fly up and then over it, but you wouldn't have enough action economy left to attack because of the disengage.
Okay. In which case, I will just whack at it again.
Okay. I would say that you can cut Catty Corner, but he actually threatens that like he occupies a 10-foot square. So I don't think that you can get through there. All right, so whacking at the horse. Elias,
Yeah.
if Jack helped you whack off a horse, would you help Jack whack off a horse?
No thanks. I will not. I will disengage the whacking off of the horse. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was Mike, not me.
First peas.
Don't kill the horsey. I want it.
Come get it.
Exactly.
We're holding it for you. Nice.
That's a hit. All right, 16 points of damage. Damn. 2d8, huh? That's a nice blade.
Yep. It gets more powerful as I level up.
All right.
It's basically equal in power to the. It gets as many d8s as I use a spell slot to summon it.
Damn, that's awesome.
But because I'm multi-classed, I only have spell slots of second level. Actually, I have to talk to you about that later, but that's later.
Okay. All right. Once again, an attempt to touch Alexandra from this banshee. Another miss, however. Interesting. All right, Alexandra, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I suppose we should try to take out one of the threats to us right now.
That's a hit. All right, let me add that extra 2. There we go. You see it wail in horror, and it looks like it's almost about to retreat. You think that
Last chance. Return to your crypt and go back to rest.
Let me see how smart this thing is.
Three.
I don't want to destroy you, but I will if you threaten me or my friends.
It passes right through the wall in front of you into that crypt.
Oh, cool.
Does it want me to follow it?
Probably not.
Or you can tell
does
that's
that
what it's trying to do. It can't quite do it unless it's its turn. So, you took an attack, right?
I took one attack, yes.
Right. So you have the option, as it's as you can see, it's trying to move into the crypt.
Did I have a chance to read what was on the crypt door when I was in front of it before all the shit happened?
No, but you can look now, and you can see that it says Stefan Gregorovich, first counselor to King Bara von Zarovich.
Not the same person.
Well... I suppose I'll try to open the crypt door and see what the Banshee is doing in there. Because that's definitely not the Banshee's crypt. That didn't look like a Stefan to me.
Because you've already used part of your action to attack, you're also frightened of this thing, so trying to remove the door,
Okay,
it's
fine.
going
I'll
to take
leave
you.
it alone.
You might be able to do it, just not this round.
Well, wouldn't that count towards approaching it if she's opening the door? So she can't do that.
She's just opening the door.
Oh, yeah, I'm just
I think
standing
that
there.
in the spirit of being frightened, she wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I'll just leave the Banshee as it is then. I
Uh,
did say I wouldn't kill it if it left us alone, so.
Okay, it's your option though. I mean, if you wanted to take one last slash at it or let it go in. But you're letting it go in?
No, I'll take one last slash at it.
Okay. Oops.
I don't want to risk it possessing whatever the fuck may be in there and using it to try to hurt us, so.
Okay.
I told it to return to its own crypt, not sink into one that's not its.
You don't know where it came from.
Damn.
Oh, an automatic miss. Okay. Very well. Elias, your turn.
All right. So Elias is playing with the crazy horse still.
I forgot to make the wisdom saving roll. I'm just going to do that now while you're doing your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So
It's with disadvantage.
Yeah, okay.
Whenever you roll, and I say that something was at advantage or disadvantage, when you re-roll, see, advantage or disadvantage is just rolling twice, 2d20, right? So when I see people mess up, they usually like go and then roll with disadvantage. So you end up rolling 3 times, right?
3 times. Yeah.
So next time, just keep that in mind, because I've seen plenty of people do it over the course of our campaign. Plenty of people,
Yeah.
as in Mark at the very top of my memory, but I know that it happens.
Yeah, I think we've all done that at some point.
Yeah. Anyways, Elias, your turn.
Okay, so Elias is thinking a little bit more clearly now, but he's still pretty scared of the big horse in front of him. So he's going to hold out his hand and point blank try to smack it with a sacred flame.
Okay.
Which it has to make a dexterity save against, so we'll just see what happens.
Can you... I'll go look it up, I guess.
What does it by itself, I think?
I know, I just need to see if it's fire damage.
It's radiant.
Ah, okay. It failed its save.
Yay. Alright. Damage is 12. Good.
Alright.
So a fire that certainly looks much different from the fire that surrounds the nightmare, much more of a brilliant, radiant kind of holy fire, stretches out from Elias's hand and spurts out right into the horse's face, searing it.
Excellent.
And Elias does not take any movement, so now it would be the horse's turn.
Alright. And the nightmare will continue to beat its hooves at Elias. Finally hits. And you take 18 points of damage as its hooves and the flames from its fiery feet also lick and scorch you.
Ouch.
All right, Jack.
Jack, I think we're hurting it.
Excellent damage. Yeah, you guys are putting a beating down on this horse.
We're beating a dead horse.
It definitely looks alive.
Alright. I'm done.
Okay. As the Banshee moves kind of let's see. It's out of your threatening range, but it's into a solid object. Without incurring an attack of opportunity.
That is a good question. Would Alex be able to slash at her as she was half in the wall?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Alright, it's a hit. Alright, with a burst of sunlight, you hear the wail increase until your ears almost just can't take it. But then it abruptly stops. And you're not sure if it made it in the crypt or not, but it sounds like you killed it.
I'm sorry we had to do that. Please, find rest.
Alright, and now it's your actual turn.
Alright, well... She's not just gonna leave her friends stuck, but... She still has the sunlight, by the way. Would that affect the horse?
It
Is
doesn't
the horse
appear to.
undead? Okay.
Alright, is that the end? Oh, we need to remove the frightened.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got it.
Please, we have no desire to hurt you or to destroy you. Return to your crypt. Your
Just
master
smoke fire.
invited us.
Yeah, you get the general impression that this is kind of like a guard dog mentality that it's taken on. All right, so Elias, you're next.
All right. Elias will repeat his last action with his opposite hand to try to sacred flame it again.
It successfully made its save.
Okay, so nothing happens.
All right. Its turn again. It once again rears its hooves, tries to bash in Elias. It's a hit, and you take both bludgeoning and fire damage, 16 points total.
Elias is looking very weak now, but he's standing his ground.
All right, Mr. Jeeves does God knows what, and Jack.
Actually, that's a really good idea. We probably should go search for Jeeves. I might do that my next turn while they're dealing with
That's
the
what
horse.
got us into this mess, was searching for Jeeves.
Jeeves usually does wind up getting us into messes, so...
Very in character of him. This is all his fault.
I don't know how to ask.
Is
without
my turn?
sounding-
Yes, it is. Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
I missed terribly. Do I hit Elias?
no.
I hope not.
I'm about to go after him here, so I can't, like...
You just overextend, and you'll have disadvantage on your next roll.
Apparently,
All right, Alexandra. Your turn.
Does that end my turn?
Oh, well, no,
Automatically?
If you have something else.
No. Go ahead. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, Jack finds himself on the defensive suddenly, and it looks like it'll take him a second to recover. Alexandra.
Alright, well, the boys are dealing with the horse, and I want no part of hurting it or destroying it, so... I'm gonna go look for Jeeves.
Okay. You see a corner, and you see more crypts. You can see down here a little bit.
Can she call out quietly to him without waking anything up?
Well, considering the cacophony of noise from all the bats, the alarm ringing, the banshee wailing, pretty sure Jeeves would have heard all of that as well.
Okay, fine.
Alright. Did you want to read these as you go, or what are you doing?
Yeah, sorry. I'll read that one as I'm walking by.
Okay. Yeah, as you're walking by, you saw that one said, Prefect Cyril Remlich, beloved King Barov, and Queen Ravenovia. Ravenova. Ravenovia? I think that sounds better. High Priest of the Order of the Raven.
Huh. Jack may be interested in this crypt in case we survive this. Make note of it and continue on.
Alright, and you see that one says, well, actually, claw marks obliterate the name on that crypt door.
Oh, that's nice.
Alright, that's probably about the maximum you can move.
Yeah.
You see a crypt to the west, and a wall to the south, and that's it. And down there in the corner, you can barely make out, but just within the light of your sunlight there, you see that it says Sir Jarnwald the Trickster. The joke was on him.
Oh my. Okay. That does it for my turn, I guess.
Yep. Alright, Elias.
Okay, so Elias was just hurt pretty badly, and he thinks he hears movement behind him, but he doesn't see Alexandra, and he wonders aloud next to Jack. He's like, "Where's Alex? Why isn't she helping us?"
Because I can't reach the fucking horse with you two in the way.
Squawk! Squawk! She likes the horse in her head, in Elias's head.
Oh, that's just like her, isn't it? I don't like it too much.
Oh, sir, I
Big,
don't like it.
beastly, afraid of, big, beastly, fond of fire. Yeah, sounds like her type.
Hmm.
Oh, ha ha.
You hear none of this. You're too far away. And that's in his head. Anyway.
Yep.
Right.
No.
You might hear squawk, squawk.
Okay, so let's see. Elias is going to cure wounds on himself for this turn. Guess he's just trying to stay alive.
You've got a whole 10 hit points left. Alright.
A whole 10.
So 22 now.
Alright. The wounds on your body magically begin to knit themselves closed. Not to great effect, though. You're still feeling pretty pitiful. And not at a very good time. As is that the rest of your turn?
Well, I can't really move without incurring an attack, so I'm gonna stay where I'm at, I guess.
Right. Then the hooves of the horse continue to beat at you, but miss. Jack, your turn.
Whew.
The light around you in this area because of the horse is actually pretty bright. Its flames illuminate the crypt. Alright, another hit.
Oh, it's a hit.
And good damage.
It's a big horse. Of course it's a hit. And then go ahead and quicken spell Eldritch Blast out of my other hand.
Nice. That's a hit.
Is it just 1 or 2 hits?
I only see one roll for Eldritch Blast. You rolled an
Okay.
11 plus 6 is 17.
Okay.
That normally does hit twice.
I have to roll it twice. I did something else. It didn't. Did that one hit?
No, that one's a miss.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, that's
more
good.
damage.
And I'm done.
Alright, you see embers spill from the impact. Alexandra, your turn.
She is going to check out the name on this one that's closest first.
Yeah, that's the one that said Sir Jarnwald the Trickster. The joke was on him.
Oh, that's what. Okay, never mind. Well, keep going then. Jeeves, where are you? Can you hear me?
That sunlight, how far does that cast?
Let me double check. Bright light with 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet.
Yeah, about there, where you can see. And this area here.
Can I see the name of that group from here?
Sure. It says Growlmore, Highstone, Wizard.
Ooh, Jack would like that one as well. Alright, she will just continue on, I guess.
Alright, when you step there, something happens.
Oh lord. Probably not a good something.
It's not a good something.
Great.
But I'm not going to tell you exactly what just yet. All I'm going to tell you is that suddenly everything goes dark for a second, and then next person's turn.
It's Strahd. Holy crap.
Actually, let me read and see. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that little bit of information just for now.
Great.
Elias, your turn.
Alright. Alright, so Elias wants to be rid of this thing before it can hurt him, kill him, or attack Jack again. So he is going to cast Guiding Bolt as a 3rd level spell, which is going to do a lot of damage, hopefully. So let's see if it hits first.
It's a hit.
Alright. Hold on, let's see. Guiding Bolt. So Elias raises his hand, and instead of immediately his palm towards him, he raises his arm, and 6 bolts of lightning erupt from around him. Reach toward the ceiling at first, but then just cascade and shoot down upon the nightmare, just shocking it and twisting it and making it convulse in pain.
Oh boy. Holy shit. Okay, well, I did not expect this to happen.
Poor horsey, no!
You killed it. It whinnies in pain and writhes as it twitches on the ground, and its flames extinguish.
Poor horsey.
And just that very next round, or turn, and it was its turn next, it was going to retreat to the ethereal plane, but you've killed it.
Oh my god, you bastards.
Yeah, if it matters, it was radiant damage too. But
No, that didn't matter, but it's
excellent.
dead. You killed it.
Elias
good job.
is overjoyed. He will try to hug Jack.
Jack will stand there awkwardly.
Oh, man.
Jack, we did it. We took out Strahd's force.
Don't say that too loudly.
Oh, man.
Squawk, squawk!
Oh no.
Actually, it's funny. I just looked at the Were-Raven stats in 5th edition. It has mimicry. It can mimic sounds.
Oh, great. Well,
Meaning Jack's just an asshole.
I think it's easier for him to speak into people's heads anyway.
Probably.
Right.
Also, it's really funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Poor
Well, if
horsey.
Strahd is down there, he probably can't hear us. It's like 50 feet and it's really loud in here.
Let's go look for Alexandra.
Where do you think she's at? We also need to find Jeeves.
Well, she was over this way, so let's go look.
All right, Jack, it's your turn. You're still in initiative order, and you're going to move, actually, your movement speed.
So Jack's going to wander over here, look up this way, see that she's not there. Remember that we've already cleared out most of the crypts up there, and then go down here. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's about 30 feet, right?
Yeah, you can move up to 60 if all you're doing is moving.
Love, help
Okay.
me.
5. Is that 10 or 15?
It's fine. Just you can take diagonal movements just as 5 normally.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And 60 brings him down to about here.
All right, it's when you get to that point where you see, at first, what you think might be Alexandra, but something looks wrong. She's facing away from you.
Into her head, Alexandra? Question mark?
There is no reply.
Crazy Whip Girl? Buffy the Vampire Layer?
Yes, horse murderer?
The vampire lair?
Alexandra, you can't hear him.
I know, I'm just being a smartass.
She's beating the dead horse.
Oh no. Please no.
Oh, I've got a fun story after we're done. Anyway.
She drops.
Give me...
She drops your whip, you said.
What?
All right.
I
that's
see.
One round. Elias, your turn.
Okay, so Elias is following-
Elias! Over here!
Okay, so Elias follows
Actually, in his head, so to your left, roughly 50 feet.
When
Okay.
you say Elias over here loud enough, she slowly turns. and you
In
can
his head.
see She looks completely undead.
Oh, god damn it.
He said it was in my head.
Oh, did you yell in his head? I thought you had to have at least line of sight to do
That's right, 30 feet. And it might be line of sight. I don't remember. In which case, it's going to be squawk, squawk.
Yeah, it comes out squawk squawk, and you see Alexandra turn around. She looks completely undead. It's her clothes. She's dropped
Squawk, squawk, squawk.
now she's it looks like she will be walking towards you.
Elias gets behind Jack because he follows the sound of the squawk, and he can barely make out Alex.
All right, that's round 2. All right, and that's where we will wrap up for the night. Thank you, everyone. You see what
poor
appears
April.
to be some undead thing slowly walking towards Jack and Elias.
Still holding the sunlight?
No, she dropped it.
Okay, dropped it. Okay.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
Oh boy.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Killed a big old horse.
And something possessed Alexandra.
Seems that way.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording here.